I'm Deion Sanders. There's nothing like being on a championship team, but the team that means the most to me, my family. There's no sweeter victory than motivating my kids to reach for their dreams. But some parents take it way too far. They don't know I'm coming, and when I pay a surprise visit, anything might happen. So hang on, it's prime time for a reality check. This is Sports Dads.
Hello, I'm Curtis.
Hi, I'm Tina.
I'm Mason.
I'm Maddy. And we're the Spain family.
Keep riding. Yeah! 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 Scoring!
Mason rides in the 8 and under, 10 and under, sometimes the 12 and under age group. Well, at his age, I think it's probably more important just having the heart and the try and the effort.
Well, it's hard. You have to be strong to hold on to the rope. Have to have lots of heart and ability. And my dad thinks I have both of that.
Go team! Yeah! Yeah!
You know, it's probably more fun watching him win a big rodeo than, you know, the stuff that I did when I won a big rodeo.
Curtis always talks a lot about Mason's heart, and it's the bull rider's heart. How much are they going to put into this?
Bull riding is not for the weak, so I don't think anyone can question Mason's heart. I once thought about riding a bull, then I quickly said to myself, hold on, player.
You know, Mason's 8 years old. We're trying to start working on the ability side. You have to be an athlete and you have to work at it.
As Curtis says, if we want him to be the best, he's got to train to be the best.
We spend a lot of time just in the practice pen and just working on mechanics, and we practice. You know, we'll ride 2 or 3 days a week here. We got a mechanical bull that he practices on. He rides a mechanical bull.
All right, look, keep your chin down. Look right here. You're looking off.
Curtis pushes him, but Mason needs that, and he thrives on that. You know, he's got that drive in him.
He craves it. He wants to ride. He talks about it all the time, and he puts out more effort, way more effort than any other kid, I think, in, you know, going down the road right now.
I like to win because I just want to be the best.
I'm nervous about him, not so much when he's up on the animal, but when he pulls his rope and he dismounts, that's when I get worried.
You know, there's a saying that it's not if you get hurt, it's when you get hurt and how bad.
I have a saying, too. I don't ever want to see a child injured. I've broken many bones in my career, but I was a grown man when I did so, and I had the ability to choose for myself. I really hope Curtis is weighing all the risk.
Mason has been injured, nothing really too major.
I've been hurt a lot of times, like I've cracked open my head a couple times.
He had to have stitches in his side. He broke a bone here, one bone.
When Mason was 5 years old, he was riding sheep, and all of a sudden the sheep stumbled and flipped.
I just felt hurt.
He rode him through it and got off, and he couldn't walk and kept saying his foot was hurting.
I'm like, ah! And my dad picks me up and carries me out.
He had to ride the next week. We had the Pro Youth Texas State Finals. He had to ride in, and he rode, and he won the finals with a cast on his leg.
My man Mason may be one of the toughest kids I've ever seen. And I'm sure Mason wears all the necessary protective gear. But injury is still very possible. I'm also concerned about his sister, Maddy. Now, how does she fit into all of this?
We need to spend time together as a family.
I know it sounds like our whole world revolves around Mason, but really, Maddy's got something going on. She's got to practice every day of the week, a game on the weekends, so a lot of times we're going different directions.
I've expressed to him, you know, you need to make sure it's constantly you and Mason. You especially need to include Maddy and Mabry.
I do think it's too much sometimes. We just go every single weekend.
You need to show an interest in their activities. I don't want her to feel like she's being left out.
If we didn't have rodeo in our life, I don't think we would be as busy as we were. All I get to do is just sit up there in the stands, and I don't really get to do anything. Yeah, I just don't like going very much.
Curtis wants his son Mason to be a rodeo star. Now, ain't nothing wrong with that. But is letting that kid ride a 1,000-pound angry bull just a bit dangerous? I also discovered that the family may be sacrificing a bit too much for the sport. I rode up on the Spain family at a local ranch where they sometimes go to scout riding stock. I'm always impressed with young talent, so I had to meet this 8-year-old rodeo champ, baby. I decided to drive down and surprise him. Prime even dressed up for the occasion. Check me out.
Whoa, look at here.
How you doing,
Deion
sir?
Sanders. Out comes Deion Sanders from nowhere. I was like, wow, man, what's this guy doing here?
Is it really Deion Sanders standing in front of us?
I have some life lessons that can help you keep attaining championships and have the
Awesome.
family balance as well.
Well, cool. We didn't know he was going to get to meet a real world champion here.
It was neat to see that Deion was a nice guy, genuine, just very good-hearted.
That I want to ensure that the family stays in one accord and this little man fulfills his dream. So is there any way possible I could take some time to talk to them?
Absolutely. We'd love it.
Definitely. All right.
Come on, we'll walk up. We're going to walk off into the sunset.
All right.
Like that. There we go.
Huh.
What goals have your dad set for you?
Well, he just wants me to win and ride the bulls.
What about you? You like winning, don't you?
Yes, sir.
But I heard when you lose, you're not a good sport, are you?
Oh, don't start talking about that.
Tell me about it. I mean, what happens? Take me through it.
Man, I just get so upset. Throw off my helmet, throw all my gear on the ground.
Do you worry about when you don't win, you may let your dad down?
Yeah, a little bit.
Is your dad tough on you?
Yes.
Tell me, what is it like when he's tough on you?
Well, he's tough on me sometimes, and like when we're at the practice field, he's like, "Get on one more." So I get on that one, and then he's like, "Get on one more."
Sometimes you just want to be a kid, right?
Yes, sir.
Tell me about being a kid. You ever get a chance to just be a kid?
Not really. The only time I get to do it was with my friend that's a bull rider.
I want to get to know his parents a little better to see how I can best serve them. You guys may not know this about me, but I'm very passionate about kids and families and finding that balance. And I want to make sure we have that balance to have a healthy, happy, productive home. One thing that I can fault myself of just living vicariously through my kids. And I have to really look at myself in the mirror and say, am I rooting for them or making sure I correct my mistakes? Do you ever find yourself in that situation?
Definitely, most definitely. And it's hard. You try to take a step back and look at what you're doing and you know, make sure that this is what Mason wants.
What about Maddy? I mean, does she ever feel left out?
Yeah, I mean, sometimes, yeah, I mean, we feel bad and we talk about it that maybe he's getting the spotlight on him maybe a little too much, and you know, we try to involve her. So does that ever affect you by not being at her cheerleader events, not being there for her? Right, absolutely. I mean, it concerns me. It's hard, you know, it's really hard that I dedicate, you know, so much time to Mason, and we've tried to find a good balance.
I do sort of feel left out because my dad doesn't really come to a lot of my softball games or like my volleyball games or anything like that.
I just want to make sure you guys have real quality time for each other, not passing by, but real time for each other. Despain's family life seems to revolve entirely around rodeo, but that means that something important is probably missing. When I was a kid, I had some great coaches. Much of their wisdom helped shape my destiny as well as giving me a solid understanding of what team really means. Got somebody here I want you to meet. Coach Mac is a family dynamics counselor. He has taught me a lot about using simple tools to unlock mental roadblocks. I wanted to tag team with him to see if we could help bring some revelations to the Spains. This challenge forces them to cross an imaginary river using only 4 small wooden blocks.
Will you show us how, Maddy? You're the smart one.
Maddy, you go, girl.
Yeah, there you go.
It did feel good to take charge, to kind of just like tell everybody what to do, sort of.
I noticed that Maddy seemed to be living in the shadow of Mason, so I made sure that she was incorporated and knew that this family couldn't survive without her. What was the strategy?
We had to have an extra block, so we carried the lightest member here.
Not only did you carry the lightest member, but you had to reach back and grab who?
Had to grab my wife and
bring her?
Bring all my teammates here.
With you! There you go. You kind of see the parallel? Although Curtis may think we're playing simple games, there's actually a bigger purpose. Prime always has a game plan.
Now, the trick here is that you each have something to elevate the ball. See that tower across the room? You want to place it on that tower across the room.
We can do this. All right, everybody, pull slow, real slow.
Oh.
This is not easy.
This is not easy.
Sometimes families find themselves being pulled in different directions. But if we all pull as one, things are a lot easier.
Okay, over, Mom. Take your time.
Maddie, put your
You're
feet down on
bouncing.
the ground.
Take your time. You're bouncing.
Over here.
Easy.
towards me. There.
That is awesome. Good job.
The Spains have been good sports. They problem solved, worked as a team, and communicated well together. But there's only one other key element they need to accomplish.
Y'all two go together, and me in the middle, and Mama on this end. How about that?
It's just 8 continuous seconds.
Just 8 seconds. You need 8 seconds.
I don't think we're very balanced here.
Balance. That's the operative word. If I can help Curtis defeat this giant, man, his family will unlock hidden treasures they have never imagined.
You're going to spread out a little, Dad. You're going to spread them. Almost. Almost.
Ironically, Curtis seems to have the same problem with his family that Mason has when trying to stay on the bull. Balance.
Oh, we there. We almost there. We almost there.
All right.
There we go. There it is.
There we go.
Don't move.
There we go. We got it. That had to be
I
it.
think we did it.
9 seconds.
9 seconds.
Good
We
job.
got it.
My family needs to slow down a little bit and quit pushing maybe as hard as we have, and just enjoy the moment, enjoy the now, and quit trying to look into the future so much.
I'm proud of you guys. Now, let's take what we learned here today into our family life.
Yes, sir.
Because that's all it was. That's all it was, giving you an analogy of how the family operates. And it's good because I'm going to apply it myself. This builds family, and a family that can listen and hear one another, you're going to stay together for a long time.
The opportunity that we have had today to be together as a family has been such a neat experience.
The Spain family was so much fun, and I really enjoyed bonding with them, especially when little Mason challenged me to learn his rodeo dance. I think Prime still has it. Please don't take your family for granted, but rather take advantage of the time that you all have together. Life is short. Live it vividly.